Back now, I don't know, I don't know. Back now. Ini kayaknya seru nih.
Well, heard the shrouded step earlier. It's a great retake and a good setup, a good read off of their own timeout from RQ, and now the attacking operator. And this is where you know Gen.G starting to feel the pressure.
All wars fought and won with deception, and RQ is just doing a wonderful job at that. Gen.G wants to get serious, but I don't know if the operator will be enough. Estrella has been very careful around this pillar. Flips and Helmy more now. This is going to be a guiding light out. Doesn't find Lakia. Paint shells will push him further back too.
Let's see how much space that Meteor can create. He'll at least break one trip, but the thing is, the site's still free, cam's still open as well. And Meteor knows this. He knows that his job isn't done until his cam is broken.
3 jam lagi, iya bro.
Not yet.
Ntar kita nobar kok Indonesia. Kelas subathon lah nobar Indonesia lah.
Stays very safe. Stays very, very well hidden. And a lot of time has passed now, so what is Gen.G thinking? The transition over back to A site.
Oh, and I love this position from Jemkin. He correctly reads it. Oh, but he's trying to escape. Okay, tries to play it a little extra safe.
All right, he must have seen where that tracker came from, so knows the camera's up around Heaven, tries to bypass most of the trips, and tries to catch the timing onto Xfero, but right around the edge, Xfero! These cyber cages have been such pesky thorns for Gen.G. Now they've lost their tip of the spear. Texture tries to throw them off with the pink shells, but can't quite catch them with the operator. Karen trying to hold down the site, but unfortunately it's going to be that spike plant. RQ continuing to press forward. Gen.G stuck in between a rock and a hard place. They're trying to eliminate that rock. They're trying to watch out for Heaven. Able to deal with the first little pebble, then you've got so much more. 3 players now just right around the site, surrounding them. Munchkin trying to hold it down too, but Lakia with a quick fadeaway shot catches Flips. Don't have to worry too much about Elbow any longer. He goes back in to check even more. 7 rounds left in the mag. Tries to go in for the burst. Xfero swings wildly all the way to the side, and it's going to be Munchkin who's unable to track RQ. Double their score on top of Gen.G.
I mean, Jemkin lands some nice shots from Evan, but this is all up to Xfero. He knew that if they allow themselves to get into these 1v1 situations any longer, Gen.G's absolutely got the firepower. So you try to just pounce him. Xfero just opens up his back to go for the pinch onto Lakia. That's a good read. Got the Phantoms. Trying to go for those wide swings. He's able to get the defuse as well. That forces a timeout out because now you've dropped the operator. And that's 2 tough round losses for Gen.G.
On this attacking side, you know, this is what you guys have talked about. The double duelist composition favors, you know, a very explosive play style, favors explosive set plays, but they haven't been able to execute because RQ does such a good job at defending mid, at blocking off garage, or even tempering with that operator. They kind of had an idea that it could have come out thanks to the timeout from before, and then just to play back around the A side. Xfero did a wonderful job with the cameras.
Yeah, and in that previous round, so since we're on this timeout, what was so well done is Jemkin's on for a bit of a pick onto Meteor. He doesn't get it the reason he backs off. I was wondering if he'll just spam it. But they had no information on mid as well, right? They left mid open for a little bit. And so since they were trying to see with their util on B, he backs off in case he gets pinched onto Heaven. Of course, Xfero then gets the neural theft. So it's all fine and dandy. But Elmy Moore has been very patient with those guiding lights. Same thing with Estrella, with that paranoia. And until Gen.G can force these out nice and early from the B side, it's going to be tough. And look at this.
Aman ya,
santai aja ya. They know mid's been shut down. They know A's been shut down.
Hard B. guess that's the play, but you got to watch out for those flashes like you mentioned, Will. I mean, look at Astraeus positioning. The Paranoid collects, and it's going to be Elmimore now on the sides. Everyone's blinded, but Elmimore finds every single kill. It's all down to Munchkin now on the other angle. He hops over. The footsteps have been heard. Elmimore, unfortunately, overstays his welcome for one more second. Munchkin will be able to re-peek on this double kill. Has the spike now and needs to find a bit of an advantage to get the spike down if anything.
Rusuh banget anjing, chaos bangsat. Gua aja nontonnya nggak tahu mau ngapain mon.
Waits for the sprays to dissipate. It's a 2v1, but Munchkin, he should have heard where this is coming from. Yeah, so he's checking hell and heaven. Wants to see if he can get an early pick, but RQ, the back off is good. Trying to make sure that they stay grouped up.
RQ bisa lolos ke playoff nggak bisa?
2-on-1. Why fight?
Tergantung match ini nggak sih?
Solo. So just allowing for Munchkin to... Oh, wait.
So if I'm Munchkin, yeah, I push all the way through, right? So, because unless they're grouped up, buddy, you try to find 1v1s. You got the time to go for the rotates.
Oh.
I mean, Flips, he's holding a good off angle, but I like the idea from Munchkin. You have all the time in the world. No reason to try to rush for the plant.
Yang diambil 3, mon.
Good attempt, but nonetheless, RRQ.
3 kanan, 3
I mean, it all
kiri.
starts with this little pinch in towards garage, Will.
I mean, Elmimore basically sacrifices everyone, including Jemkin, with that guiding light. And clears it up. He does overeat a little bit for that ace. Greeds a little bit for it. But at the end of the day, they'll win a nice and easy round. 7-3 now. You've got Seekers still online for Elmimore, but the showstopper texture. So they don't want that early push. They're trying to make sure that if there was a showstopper push in, that the second line of attack can't approach on that A main. Nice sneak bite coming out from Flips.
Just controlling it so well. I mean, Gen.G has been blocked repeatedly all throughout this map. A map that they intentionally left open. They wanted to play this.
I mean, when you saw RQ's last split against Team Secret, you think even if they work on it, it looked pretty rough. But they've definitely cleaned it up quite a bit. The trip in mid, it returns after that pistol round and hasn't quite been there for a couple rounds now. So
Assalamualaikum Sohib, gimana gigi antum? Alhamdulillah udah mendingan bang, cuma ditambal doang.
Gak
apa-apa, cuma ditambal doang.
Start to spread out deeper, and the Seekers are absolutely going to get the read onto this push.
Elmimore knows that guiding like this out, but he walks straight into the poison cloud. A good punish from Munchkin, and it gives Gen.G the sight. xFaro just needing to back off.
Yeah, now you just have to hold for the retake.
Okay. Meteor goes down on the other side of the map. The Boombot clears. Flips coming in with support from Heaven. And xFaro uses the camera. Tries to get a kill through the...
Pintar anjing
but
xFaro
instead goes
bangsat.
for the spike planter. Tries to buy a bit more time for the rest of the team to arrive on the site. And it kind of works out. Flips repositions back in towards spawn and gets the timing onto Munchkin. It's all down.
Kayak gitu tuan, memang
The
sudah
solo
waktunya
duelist
mencari istri.
texture.
That smoke is so good because it's making him think it's
Sekarang
just
gampang.
Heaven.
Aing
Yeah,
masih
you're
pengen
really kind of open
menikmati
to this B main garage. So Texture, he'll work with it.
Backside, he could actually make it
Hidup gue
happen.
terlalu
Jemkin will
nolep,
be the
anjing.
sacrificial lamb for the time being. Paranoia out, and he dodges it completely. Paint shells tossed through. Flips has to swing. He goes in for the blast back play and tosses him off. Texture knocked off balance, knocks Flips down into the ground. What a clutch 1-on-3.
Oh, that first kill onto Jemkin.
Info nobar. Aing nobar sih di Discord sih bareng baru udah online, bro.
You gotta deal with the double peek, and then you
Buka
don't know
batu
about
relive
Australia.
bro.
But as soon as he gets that kill, there's no extra pinch from Heaven. So you're thinking, okay,
Kebetulan relive,
Flips is still coming in
waduh.
from alley, so it's not a wraparound. So where's that last guy? Even able to dodge the
Paranoia,
paranoia. That's
bro.
unfortunate.
Nu ngajakan relive menonton ya, bro.
Yeah, same blast back to
Dipanggil
absolutely
sibuk.
ensure it. Huge round, an absolutely needed win from Gen.G, as that looks like it might have been a heroic hold from xFaro. He even went for the spike planter. I don't mind it. It's a good call. But it's just not enough.
Begitu doang.
I mean, a Gen.G that actually needs heroics just to turn the map around. RQ is doing a phenomenal job at controlling the map.
Gak
Texture
asik,
is
atuh nggak bisa
terrific.
tawuran. Oh,
How long
goblok.
can you keep that up?
Ente udah
5-7 would
enak,
be
udah punya
wonderful.
anak,
But they look
punya
a little bit
bini.
desperate to need it right
Kita belum
now.
ngerasain,
Still
Jing.
trying to hold off
Ente
across
mati
the
nggak
map,
apa-apa,
though. The
udah ada
Trailblazer.
cerita. Kita mati nggak ada
catches
cerita.
Flips. So that gives you a bit of a
Gak
better
ada yang bisa
idea,
kita
right? 'Cause
titipin
usually
atas kerja
that
keras
Viper
kita
is that extra
atas
source
kerja
to
keras kita
hold
hidup,
in
coy.
mid for
Anjay gaya
RQ.
gila deh.
So
Gila.
Gen.G reads that. You see the Trailblazer come out as well. You've seen the one-way from the Omen. So they're going to go for that A push. Now here's the thing for RQ. You've got Showstopper. So I don't know if you really need to stick around here. You can just let the site get taken over.
Oh, he's gonna use the showstopper for this position instead.
Oh,
but
wow.
Texture shot
Wow,
through the
Texture,
toxic screen
wow.
right into Jemkin's face.
Wow.
How does that happen? Now it's down to Xfero alongside Estrella from the shadows, gives him a bit of space on the side. But Meteor, the rest of Gen.G, they are doing such a good job at holding it. And at the same time, rotations, quick rotations into B. Flips, although, I think he's not quite checked. Munchkin turns around at the right time. Now 10 seconds left, the spike goes down. The Vipers pit the block out defender spawn.
Oh, it just all falls apart. I mean, that showstopper was meant to buy so much time, but now they just walk right into their death in the pit. And Gen.G in some miraculous fashion after a great
masa ultinya
timeout
begitu mon anjing sampai
from
CT
Coach
gitu kiri
Solo.
kanan ya buy.
They'll
Panjang
stabilize
gila
all
ultinya lihat loh.
5-7. Anybody's game here.
Mon lihat ultinya.
And Gen.G in time, but now
Ini
they
CT
just walk
kiri
right
sini
into their death in
sampai
the
kanan
pit.
dari mid
And
depan.
Gen.G
Wih,
in some miraculous
panjang.
fashion after a great
The
asik.
team getting a good play, good read onto this hit in the final round of the first half as well. RRQ are the ones on the attack next. Slightly more balanced composition,
Kan
but
sempit
how
gangnya
do they
makanya
make that
panjang.
work?
Iya
How does
sih,
RQ
cuman
play the
kayaknya
attack against Gen.G's defense?
emang udah saya yakin itu hari ini kelar lah. Harusnya kelar, harusnya. Soalnya gua nggak main game. Gua main game kelar nonton juga. Gua nonton main PB lah bentaran full cash. Paling habis itu ya udah. Kabarin dong kan ya sih yang bilang. Weekend ini banyak tontonan bro. Kelar ini.
We've got the team capsules outside. We've got treasure hunts for Riot
Bos-bosnya
Jaker.
lagi
We've got
nonton
great
di
matches. We got everything.
channel-channel lain, Cok.
Still, I mean, the great matches are the thing to focus on right now. Battle for championship points. RRQ.
Lagi sedih dan kesel ditinggal Mejotik bang pas diwawancara Jepeto. Iyalah. Dia icon di timnya itu udah berapa lama, Cok. Eki kan dikenalnya karena Mejotik. Maksudnya player yang kayak favorit banget nih. Ibaratkan Navi ini gak ada simple. Nah itu.
Lost the very first loss to RRQ. That would sting a bit, but like you said, they don't want to show too much ahead of playoffs. They're only one match away from Masters Shanghai being in that bye round as that first seed of Group Alpha.
Orang yang paling dikenal di X. Kalau grup RRQ diambil 4 bisa kan ini masuk RRQ kalau menang. Kalau setahu gue 3 ya.
Oh, and they're gonna realize that okay, we can just creep in using the toxic screen, just time it around the spam.
Cuman nggak tahu kalau lu bilang 4.
It's a good position for
RRQ. Enggak bro, iya sih. Masa 4, 3-3 mon.
Has to back off though. Munchkin could potentially come up around the ropes.
Okay, so Heaven's empty. So RRQ has to be wary of this, right? Okay, where do you back off into? The Rays backed off, but does that mean there's someone in vent? It's a double drop down. It's a good snake bite.
Yeah, at this time too. Shaves a couple of seconds off the clock. RQ thinking to double back into A. And just as they do that, Karen's right around the corner.
Flips the guiding light. I think it tags him. That actually works out great for RRQ because it forces the 2 members of Gen.G to stay on B.
Oh, there it is. And with the distraction bought away, Jemkin now pushes in the pressure. Texture has to come huge with these kills.
Ini tekstur penyakit ya, tekstur ya.
And Texture feels the paint shells.
Sampai bisa diam nggak tekstur.
Still able
Gila,
to land the
sumpah.
second headshot. Elmimore will take him down though. Numbers advantage on the side of RQ until Munchkin fires right back with a classic as he drops. Spike will be planted. Lakia rotating over, but Flips still sneaky as ever. Going in sneaky and beaky like he's going through screens. They're trying to double back.
Ya udah berarti nggak masuk mon.
Spotting out Munchkin
Ini ngapain di tryhard ya? Kalau nggak masuk ya.
Lakia gets the
Tengsin kali ya, tengsin ya.
And now Flips just in an undiscovered position.
Good hold from Flips. Like you said, he's considering, do I wrap around or not? But it's a 2v2. You're not quite sure where Lakia is. It's a good call to stay patient. Elmimore kind of gets caught off guard by that toxic screen timing. He stays true to his aim, dwindles it down to a 1v1. I mean, this is
masuk kan?
a great holds from Texture, but
Pada tryhard ya? Ada apa ya?
he just needs to be the bulldozer for RQ at that point on the entry.
Let's go.
It's a huge pistol round now, picking up both here
Kemarin
on
harusnya
split.
kalau
They can continue to convert it. Look at the buys coming in from RQ. Two
Ya udah
Vandals,
sih nggak
one
masuk
Phantom
berarti.
as well.
Zeta juga nggak masuk ya.
They want to try to really expand this lead.
Menang dapat poin champion bang.
And
Oh iya.
sure that Gen.G
Oh.
does not come back up against them. Even if they do take a round or two, that's the most they can hope for.
Aduh,
Especially on this defensive
alhamdulillah.
side. I mean,
Kenyang,
Gen.G
kenyang,
is spread
kenyang.
thin across the map. Right now on the pistols.
So-
Meteor,
Yeah, Gen.G's default, of course, kind of sticking around mid, trying to make sure that they can flood a site with the weaker weaponry. Meteor's just going to reposition since they see the Poison Cloud drop down onto B. Make sure you have that long-range weaponry.
Dukung Garuda gak hari ini?
RQ,
Dukung
all
lah
of
bro.
those
Ntar jam
little
9 kan?
shots. Thinking to route back
There.
towards mid?
There.
I mean, I think RQ just want to thin the numbers, right? You hear the
Ini
classic
Jemkin
over
kok
on
pakai
B, but you're
kacamata
not
ya?
quite sure. Is that the anchor or is that the majority? Because usually it's going to be a bit of a 1-4 split, something like that when you're on the eco. So now that they've seen one in mid, they've seen one in B, they say, okay,
Oke,
we can
Dut, bentar
regroup
Dut,
A,
habis
it should
ronde
be
ini Dut.
safer, and Gen.G's going to make the call as well. All right, you've pressured
Oh,
B,
they're
you've
stacking
pressured
up.
mid. Yeah, it's just a
Waduh, ada
flowchart.
tekstur di A, pakai
This is a
serif, ada
group
bom.
up on A.
Aduh,
And the
heboh
pink
gila nih,
shells.
sumpah. Heboh gila nih
Along with the
tekstur.
snake bite at the right time.
Aduh.
20 seconds
Oh, no.
left for RQ now. They're kind of stuck. They do have the firepower though, so just looking to barrel through now, walking past
Aduh,
the smokes.
teksturnya bunuh itu
The
tekstur dia.
entire wall of smokes allowing the
Alhamdulillah.
snake onto the site. Good shots. Karen will be able to fight back. Meter fires off
Oh,
the Marshall
jadi.
as well. Picks up
Allah.
over onto the Spectre. Now
Allah,
trying to
Estrella.
capture in. 8 seconds left. And Meter plays up around the side of Elbow.
Pandal sih
They've got it
dua-duanya.
covered. It's got the smoke in and flips alongside Elmimore. The teamwork from RQ will give them that 2-on-1.
PBSL kalau menang,
So
kalau
while they win the
kalah
round,
200
RQ's gonna
bangsat,
realize,
nggak ada 300,
holy, how
200
did
anjing.
Gen.G know exactly where to stack. And the
Kalah
timings as
200,
well.
nggak ada
All
300.
utility saved over. Gen.G didn't spend a thing. And they start to use the util because they're like, oh, looking at the timer, we might actually be able
Mana
to
ada
sneak away a
300
thrifty
kocak.
here. And they nearly do. I mean,
PBSL
listen, if
anjing sih, Mon.
Lakia was able to get away with that Phantom, this is absolutely Gen.G's round, but it's a good
Nice.
trade back from
Ada
Estrella.
Vandal, Ban. Ada.
And they'll stabilize with 2 Vandals. That's all they get. 1 Stinger also bought back. So 3 weapons.
They're also looking at a 9-5 scoreline. RRQ just trying to switch up the pacing feet. But the snakebite catches him. Munchkin a little bit more
Masuk
prepared.
karya apa, Dut?
Potential B split coming through now. Munchkin still eyeing the top. Elmimore will
Masuk
be able to
karya
take
apa
him
lu?
down. Texture trying to fight back, but flips gets the timing. Swing
Hari-hari
onto
ku
Karen.
lewati.
Poison Cloud reposition. Yeah, Spike not
Hanya
there yet.
sendiri.
But they do at least have positions
Rabu,
held. Meteor tries to break
Oh,
the
man.
placements, but Elmimore is just so sharp to track through. Seekers
Ih,
now
Hierarchy galak amat nih
goes on a
mainnya.
little bit of a trip, so they don't quite know. But at the very least, the Trailblazer will be able to find him. Elmimore repeats.
Gila Elmimore.
And it's RRQ once more, doubling Gen.G's score. First team to reach double digits on this split.
Why save your ultimate when you can just start to restock it right away?
Oh.
How many more sends that Seekers? 20 and 11. An absolute 180 from the last showing against Team Secret.
It has just dawned upon me, Will. I mean, not only do you have these top fraggers coming through, the kills,
Apaan sih,
Gen.G
Mona?
as well.
Ribet
It's
Dut ah.
RRQ getting the bonus. Gen.G looking at a 5-round deficit, potentially 6
Kali ini
rounds.
nggak keluar anjing saksiin lu.
It's tough.
Oh
I mean,
iya.
they're going to have to stick with broken weapons right now.
Goblok bukannya bilang.
And RRQ, I
Ini
mean,
bilang.
they
Idut.
look
Tolong
ready
itu
for it.
dari
The fact that,
tadi.
again, it's happened
Gua
on a
lagi
set,
out,
but
Mon.
he's ready for someone to peek out of the smoke
Seru
again
banget, sumpah.
on stairs. That makes all the
Goblok
difference.
dong ah.
Paper thin said on
Bentar,
this,
bentar,
well,
bentar.
and it absolutely is.
Iya.
Making sure that you're not entirely discounting things. Don't work off of assumptions. You knew the spike was late.
Peniat
They like to
lama
flood. There's gonna
mainnya.
be someone outside of that smoke.
Ih, enak banget walaupun gak lolos. Right ya.
Wonderfully played.
Ngambil duit PBSL coy deh.
Gen.G at
Tai,
the very least, you know,
PBSL.
trying to get a good read for things.
Rugi
Cost them
gak
a bit
Dut
of
ya?
utility, but the
200
Ya
Trailblazer
udah
sama
nonton
500.
apa?
Yeah.
Nonton apa ini?
There is a bit of mid presence.
Ya bentar habis
So
ronde ini
rotations
bentar.
from each
Buset lagi
side
seru
will
gila
be
ini.
Called over.
Yo elah ribet gila deh.
So RQ this time they're just gonna stick with the first contact. Instead
Taruhan
of kind of
kagak ya Mon ya?
allowing Gen.G to get a read on the flowchart,
Bentar toh.
start to clear, but it's
Waduh.
again.
Ya
30
udah,
seconds
suruh
into the
Indo
top flash.
nanti.
Anti.
Swings out
Aduh.
off of the
30
flash.
seconds left.
RQ still a little bit prepared. They've got enough numbers that they can dodge these
Ya Allah,
flashes.
ya Allah.
On the other hand, though, again, the weaponry on the other side just not the greatest.
Aduh, serem dah gua sama serip-serip orang-orang pro player.
It's gonna be up to Meteor now.
Kan.
Still continuing to fire through.
Ini
Texture
bahaya nih. Pah.
Jemkin falling down to the ground. Xfero now tries to go out the other side, but
Anjing,
Meteor.
anjing.
Kan gue bilang dia bahaya, AWP itu aja masalah.
The sharpshooter of Gen.G. When they need it most, he'll always deliver on that jet. And
Nobar di Discord gua ntar, di Discord Iqbal paling sama Iqbal.
I mean, listen.
Gua nobar gawar klan hari ini, gua nobar Indonesia. Ragahnya tuh bro.
For another rotation to throw Gen.G off your tracks, I get it. But man, just no information on
Enak
exactly
banget
what
ya,
the
kerja
setup is
masuknya hari
allows
Rabu. Ih, keren dah
Gen.G to creep into the
kerjaannya.
smoke. They don't clear it out fast enough.
Ya, orang libur Sabtu Minggu, blok.
Team as well. Just moments hesitation and again, but this time going in fast and quick.
Gila, aduh ilmu.
With another rocket, that's Jemkin down.
Basokan tuh.
Might have ramps, but Gen.G, they've got the site covered.
Okay, so you have heaven control. This is up to Flips. He has to make sure that he opens up the site once again.
Munchkin just watching the other side.
Penyakit pipip jeder nih.
Texture's still online though, and now he
Yang
gets all the
kurang ini
information.
nih, Lal nih. Menurut tadi nih,
Footsteps heard.
si
Yeah,
Omen
Meteor knows this.
RRQ.
Just try to walk
Estrella.
through. Try to
Ya
test
ini kurang banget nih.
the fake.
Kayak kagak niat main anjing.
Munchkin just continuing
Dia emang
to mark
kurang dah
this
kayak dah.
angle. Gets the one and he immediately backs out. Incredibly smart. Snakebite
Asik.
K as well.
Ban
Yeah,
kayak pakai
to burn
tadi
him
7 ban.
Yang
Acidity stings.
Itu dia turun-turun tali kayak gitu
Rough one
gak ada
there.
calling-callingan
Only two
ya.
members.
Ini Estrella emang kayaknya
Wanna make
harus
both of their
diganti,
positions known,
cok.
it seems. Estrella
Dia
kinda
main dari tadi
dropping
kayak kagak
down.
pede Lal.
A good showstopper trade
Dari
from
kemarin,
Texture.
tapi di
And I
IG
think he
pede,
considered, do I cut
dia
off
sombong di
the
IG.
second line of attack, and he just says,
Dia
you know what?
setiap
No one else
match
actually made it
lawan
through.
yang bakal ketemu
Clears
dia
out the race that's
kayak
already planted
ngatain
in the
siu-siu
site.
gitu.
That makes it for a good hold from Gen.G. So RQ,
Dibikinin
they
meme
tried to
gitu-gitu
send it,
dah.
they tried to up the tempo with the showstopper. That hasn't worked, and now the
Basoka,
ops come
boy,
online for
basoka, boy.
Texture. Do they read the timing on it?
Aduh.
Yes, they do. Goes for a wide swing.
With that, they get Garage. Potentially looking to over on the B side as well. Trailblazer initially out just to clear the corners or at least push Texture back. He
Ya
will
Allah.
toss those paint shells into
Bisa
his
menang ini,
gebok-gebokan orang.
RRQ bisa menang
Still
ini.
though,
Nah.
RRQ Estrella
Bisa menang,
managing to
bisa
get
menang.
up top. up top of
Kamehameha
Raptors.
anjing.
Swings
Nah.
back into hell. 2 players down from Gen.G. Now looking into defender's
Oh,
spawn.
dikatain
Good
goblok
trade.
bunuh
They're
3 dia
straight
masuk
up on
setnya.
the triple kill.
Enggak,
Parah.
itu masuk
Out
dari
from
mana
Mafia,
itu?
though, and alongside
Ulti dia,
here,
ulti
the
teleport.
Blaze from gets
TP.
pulled.
Enggak deh.
Even
Apa
numbers,
TP,
even
TPC,
odds for
TPC,
both sides.
PKC, Mun.
2v2.
Itu kan
Look
smoke
at
situ
Meteor's
dia,
read.
smoke under heaven tuh.
On the hold
Ada
out
smoke
from
itu, lihat tuh.
Xfero. Xfero doesn't have a read on this.
Oh,
Oh, no, the
Ya
misses
Allah.
though.
He whiffed, swaps over onto the classic, but he doesn't have anything else. And that's gonna be
Langsung jago lah
RRQ
dia.
landing their
Bunuh
shots
4 dia bro,
instead.
gelo.
Oh,
Mengamankan
man.
poin
In the
11.
most crucial moment.
Enggak, gue mau tahu ini dia lewatnya lewat
Oh,
mana.
the blades betray him.
TP dia,
Dia
lewat kanan.
Semok dia nyemok.
Tuh.
I mean, he's
Oh
been outdueled,
iya,
but not like
itu
that.
apa?
And I believe
TP
Estrella
sini, terus
pulled
TP lagi
the
ya.
here a little bit.
Iya.
Double shroud step upwards. A couple
Keren
other
juga
members
dia.
in EMEA loving that as well. But it works out to perfection.
Taponya keren dah, sumpah. Kok itu
Helps open up those
warna
angles.
merahnya nggak hilang ya, Det?
Now,
Itu bukan tato dah Lal,
RRQ
harusnya
away from
anjir.
match point.
Pakai
So
pakai
the
darah.
past couple rounds, they try to go.
Pala lo
just
pakai
that,
darah.
Right, Gen.G's always going to
Lah,
go for the
coba
split
lu
and then
searching,
rotate
tato
off of
pakai
that first
darah.
contact. And now after that,
Merahnya keren
up the
masalah,
tempo,
Cok.
they'll go for a slow default.
Ya mahal berarti goblok.
Just trying to test the waters.
Kalau yang murah merahnya tuh
Gen.G
ini
across the
lah.
map.
Merah
Gen.G's
daki.
default now. Giving
Iya,
them
kayak
a
habis
little bit more
digaruk.
space to work with. They have spotted some of these players out, but Elmimore makes it a quick trade.
Ini tekstur jago
Quick
banget,
movements
sumpah.
back in though. And look at how Munchkin doubles back. Marking
Number
the
one
exit
trades,
still.
yeah. No omen though for RRQ. That's a bit rough.
Ngomong ini pasti ini.
So I mean, you still have 50 seconds. I would love to see Xfero just
Ya
move
Allah.
a bit more on the A side, try to pressure that toxic screen. But they're not in position to do it, and now no smokes at all.
It's not quite decisive, not enough impactful presence across the map.
Pasang
So
tato juga, gue mau nih pasang tato.
Gen.G
Tato ikan
continues to just hold
dijidat.
steadfast in all these spots. Karen walks away with
Jadi
yet
kita
another
ngeri jago.
kill.
Ngerakin anjing, oh
Because of
kepedean
that
ku
numbers
masih
advantage on
champion
the
teh.
side of Gen.G, even if RQ death balls through mailroom right now, they're walking in to players who are prepared. Oh, Meteor backs off.
Timing.
A bit of a early rotation.
Yeah, I mean, they find nothing
Bete nih
over
kena mati nih.
by
Alright.
B. So it's just going to be an over-rotation from
Oh, he's not
Gen.G.
gonna know.
10 seconds left.
But they have
Ya
no idea
Allah.
either. They think the site might be empty.
Aduh, yang penting
Now it's
darahku lagi
2v3.
anjing lah.
Does he get the timing? He does, but Meteor's right there
Okay.
for the trade.
Elmimor sih
At the
parah
same
ya.
time, you've got
Lu
Lakia
menang
just
sih,
to top
tai
Meteor
sih
off
lu.
with his health. 2-on-1 where Elmi Moore's down in the red. Now gets his screen full white. They know that he's right around the corner. Goes in for the check, but he crouches. Head a
Aduh,
little
itu
bit
dia.
off.
Hah?
Going for the
Oh,
spray
my
ding,
goal.
Cok.
Iya, 5.
Narrowly
5 darah anjing.
whiffs
Bangsat.
Meteor's head by
Nggak
an
di-heal,
inch.
mati lu
Yeah, that's
Meteor.
the wall shot, I think.
Lu
Only 5
makasih sama
HP for
Lakia
Meteor.
walaupun dia bahlul tuh.
That is rough. Absolutely had it.
Kayaknya di sono udah disiapin
Gen.G in the
kacamata dalam.
game.
Apa?
Yeah,
Di
that
itunya,
top off.
GFS.
That's really what does it. I mean,
GFS, kok
Caron,
GFS?
very crucial kills
Ini
here.
di venue ini
Quite check this
disiapin
pillar.
kacamata. Dah.
Maybe a bit of a mistiming there from Elmi Moore and Jen.
Sama semua soalnya.
Iya.
Yeah, but Meteor even knows, like, woof, barely got away
Oh
with the
iya,
skin
lu
of my
baru
teeth.
anjing.
But look at this. Ults online, Seekers, and from the shadows as well
Masa
for
comeback
Estrella.
sih, nggak lucu anjing.
This
Mungkin
could
ada
be
ulti lagi ya sih, masih
An absolute
lama.
launch, a little bit of a shake-up
Apa
with
nih
the
ada
default.
ulti, bisa sih
Follow
ini
the
Resi
Seekers in from
ngamanin ronde
RQ.
sih. Kalau nggak mati apes.
Not quite sure if they're going to be able to pull that off.
Ini Lakia juga
Again,
kurang
though,
tahu sebenarnya Lakia
looking at the
ini.
firepower and looking at how close they are to closing out this map. Gen.G
Sekarang jago lawan nih orang.
fighting with the fire right now.
Nah, kalau Lakia emang dari
They
champion
spotted
kemarin
out
aneh.
these players as they try to cross in through a ramp. So the smokes will be called out from Karen. Trailblazer to check as well. Oh, okay.
Ya ilah makin nengok
Oh, he's
lagi.
gonna get spammed out.
It's okay for now. Oh. Being healed by Elmi Moore. Now looking for some of these sharp sheriff shots. It's not quite going to
100.
happen. Lakia and Texture locking things down. Both mid and
Ya,
A
get them
ramp
on.
denied.
That's rough.
Temen-
Tried to
Selamat
just
Temennya
ya.
yang mati ya.
Still sneaking through.
Yeah, get ready for the ults. But
Malah
this is
ngehil yang
huge.
mati, anjing.
Sparrow.
Aduh, Bani apaan sih lama banget.
Yeah, his barrel's gonna show. Just wanted to make sure he
Ow.
kept his eyes on elbow. Too many angles to cover.
And the range, it doesn't work out from ramp. 2 screens with these weapons.
30
No.
seconds left.
Maju nggak sih rasanya
Iya.
orang teman
Unfortunate for
Tokai?
Estrella as he had to mark
Ah,
these angles
yang mati
watching
paling
elbow as
lama.
well. Down to Estrella and Gen.G look to make this
Ya.
Dia maju
into
pertama
a
itu tadi keren
flawless
pernah
round.
hit.
Slowly but surely
Iya
climbing
malah
back
dia
up.
mati belakangan.
I never said that for Gen.G in this year.
Yeah, they've usually been the dominant force. Maybe getting challenged here and there, but
Kok kenapa kan
Always
live
had the
pengenalan
endurance to
sama
try to
Tabalo
close
Eki.
things
Ya kan
out.
gue belum minum sama Ekinya.
this is a close one. And RQ, they've lost so many maps. 11-13. So many map threes. 11-13 to
Isi
Gen.G.
bubuk.
You have to
Orang main
imagine
mah,
that in the back of their
Genjina.
mind. This is
Galah
starting to
gitu
creep
anjing
up
ada yang
on
kena,
them.
otak atuh
We
bro.
have to get over this hump. We have to get to match point. And the big question is
Phantom.
can they keep calm enough to do exactly that? Rifles bought back. It's a good
Push,
pickoff.
anjing.
Good read against the push out. Immediate Seekers, I love the up in the tempo.
Keluarin semua ultinya.
Trying to go in quickly, but
Yo.
Texture just shuts them down right
Masuk
quick
jago
as
banget
well. Now behind this toxic screen, you've got a B squad going through,
Mampus.
and Jemkin manages to open things
Sama-sama.
up. The spike now gets planted.
Ban ada ulti nggak sih Ban? Ban ada
Gen.G
ulti
has
nggak
to
sih?
wonder
Oh
around
nggak ada ya?
about their backs.
Nggak dikasih, Cok. Harusnya
Hard setup
Bani
from
masang.
RQ.
Oh,
They
they gotta go
meant
faster
for
to
this
RQ.
to be the absolute fake.
Oh, okay, a bit of a crossfire setup on the site itself. Meanwhile, Xfero alongside Elmi Moore slowly but surely making their way, crawling all up through. Xfero has regrouped with flips, so this is better firepower. They spotted out
mampus.
Texture, good dink, but Texture
Yo.
swings back and gets the headshot anyway. Jemkin springs
mampus,
transfer,
gak
gets
kena.
a bit of a double, then it's down to Karen.
Ah.
Clean
Just a
shot.
side-
Nggak emang kayak gitu
One
Rip, kalau
tap.
tim-tim gue yang di PWD.
Very, very clean shot. And finally, RQ.
Enggak
Those
monitornya
set
bagus
themselves
tuh
up.
anjing.
Monitornya bagus.
That's a huge burden
Iya
off their
anjing.
back.
Coba pakai yang ala garis kayak gue nih
Now
Jong.
it's just up to them to close it out.
Oh my god.
An absolute fake. I mean,
Ini
intended
untung
from the
gak kena
very
flash dia
get-go,
loh.
right?
Iya,
Spike
flashnya
is
oke
always on
ini.
that B side. And as soon as they get that kill, it's just a straight Seekers as well to really hard sell it. It's a good one, because it would have been a good round to Deathball as well.
Contingent on Gen.G getting the kill too, and Gen.G definitely delivers. Unbelievable. I mean, we talk about it being a chess match, but some of these players having the mechanical skill to make it happen too.
Kita kacamata ke dosen.
Now Gen.G just back to trying to
Split
defend and
lagi
trying
di
to
take out
control
ya.
as much as possible. They've got these
Enggak lah
rifles,
Bang Ali Akbar.
but RQ has even more ultimates. I mean, Gen.G might just be able to crack a side open.
RQ trying to get the read that the B site's generally been weaker as well, but again, Gen.G,
Dia main 4.
they're just holding A from heaven. They've already ditched this. They're gonna make sure that mid is absolutely clear.
Karen.
The paranoia should buy him time.
Can find the kill, that would be even better. Okay, Estrella tries to get information. There's the showstopper just to collect on the kill, but
Uy.
ooh, he
Wow.
completely evades it.
Hmm.
A bit of a trade comes through. That said, still good shots from Gen.G, and they have the side.
But look at the minimap, yeah.
Xfero.
Xfero's dug deep, and Jemkin's still on B as well. They could go back at any point. If Xfero can clear screens, that'd be huge. He's waiting for the backup.
Oh. Just buys a bit of attention.
Lakia nggak ketahuan tadi di Zak Lakia.
Continuing to collect through with this,
He
the
has
rest
no
of the team.
idea. The thing is they have no idea that
Aduh,
Lock is already in the
penyakitnya
site.
nih.
They think they've already cut off all the backup.
No. Xfero
Woi, time!
drops. Hasn't been able to collect on these kills just yet, so they will
emang
be
ada
able to
waktu?
recall in towards
Sempet,
Gen.G.
nih,
But with
belum,
9
tak?
seconds left, it's gonna be
Lari,
tight.
lari.
Jalan.
Gen.G has to
Jalan.
hold for
Loncat,
these
loncat,
rotates
ada.
that
Does
Spike-
he have it?
Yeah, I think he
Dapat.
should have it in time.
Ya
No,
Allah.
he doesn't.
Just
Nggak ada
Ya,
waktu.
nggak dapat ya.
like
Nggak dapat.
0.1 seconds.
Nggak ada waktu, anjing jauh gila itu, Dut.
Oh,
It took
man.
7
Banyak
seconds
patahannya.
to plant the spike.
That is, oh, you gotta be heartbroken if you're RQ. They still have another shot. 2 more shots indeed, but I mean, they had options.
Oh, this Karen.
The fact that he stays alive there, sure, Jemkin still cleans it up. But Lakia with the early rotate, that was big.
Yeah, and just the stuff that Gen.G throws out into the server is incredible, but I really hate to say it, but Xfero on these lurks has not been able to give us the presence that we're looking for. So it
Mabar, bro,
gives
ikut.
Gen.G one more round. 2 is needed for overtime.
Ya ntar nobar.
So Xfero, the thing is you're waiting for Gen.G to over-rotate. I think RQ, they're trying to get the read that Gen.G still sticks to the over-rotating meta that they've developed. So what Xfero's really there for is the last line of resort, right? Once you force the over-rotate, then he'll clear the site. They're not expecting Xfero to single-handedly open it up like some of the ciphers have done in the past. I'm fine with that strategically, but one of these rounds, you got to go for the earlier peaks like you are right now. You got to put a little bit extra pressure so that change finally comes through. But until now, I
That's
mean,
the over-rotation.
yeah, I get what RQ was trying to do.
Forces Gen.G to invest resources into the same site, and RQ could actually overwhelm this B site hit right
Ada
now.
ulti sih, asap.
Waiting for the flash, goes in for the peek. Inside of his poison cloud, actually, he manages to make it work. Now Jemkin arrives on the
Menang
crime
RRQ,
scene.
menang
That's
RRQ. Ada ulti si Bani.
homicide against Karen. The rest of the team now from Gen.G
Menang RRQ, menang
arriving
RRQ.
a
Ada ulti tuh,
little
Bani.
bit late. And
Bani,
Elmore
ulti.
has the
Pelit
offense.
gila deh,
There's the next
nah.
player down. 13 seconds and the spike gets planted. Elmore looking for the next one, and this could be it. This could be over for Gen.G.
Gila,
Xfero
RRQ
from
menang
the
loh.
back.
Nah, pinter gila Elmi
with the swing,
Morning.
the reads, the prep work, the set play
Lumayan.
for RQ makes it a
500.000.
flawless round just to end it off.
What a meaningful victory for RQ. Unfortunately for them, they won't be able to make it into playoffs, but they finally get over the mental block that has been Gen.G all throughout BCT Pacific. Gen.G kept them from even having a vision of going to Masters Madrid, and now the answer back, RRQ, makes sure that people remember that they will be feared in Stage 2.
And this is a team that you want to keep your eyes on. They've always been improving. They've always been doing so much work, sometimes coming up a little bit short, but otherwise, this
proves different. I mean,
Alah,
you're
ini
looking
ngomongin
at the players,
Gen.G.
you're looking at the calls and the reads and how they move across the map. Sure, sometimes it's not always perfect.
Sengaja kali lah,
Gen.G
sengaja.
and Elmimore have
Tai sengaja,
definitely
nggak mungkin
shown a lot
banyak
more
serius
today.
begitu Gen.G-nya. Itu
Yeah,
serius, tai.
very, very good showing,
Pangeran
especially from
final
Elmimore on
ini.
that